If you're considering building a new home here in the Indianapolis market, then I recommend you ask these very important questions to your new home builder to make sure you're making the right decision. If you're new to our channel, I'm Cameron Geesaman, your favorite YouTubing Indy real estate agent. If you're into videos about Indianapolis and the surrounding areas, as well as watching beautiful cinematic tours of homes in the area, then make sure to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on our upcoming videos. People ask us all the time, is so-and-so a good builder? Do they build good quality homes? Not all builders are created equally or even do things the same way. I'm going to give you some simple questions to ask every new home builder to help you decide if building a new home with that builder is right for you. Make sure and stick around to the end for a tip that could help you save thousands of dollars when building a new home and could make a difference between a good and bad experience when building with a new home builder. Okay, let's get started. The first question to ask your new home builder is, what is the average price point of a new home built in this neighborhood? When building a new home, we recommend you not build the either least expensive floor plan nor the most expensive floor plan in the neighborhood. This is because typically homes in the middle of the price point hold their values the best and are least likely to get their values pulled down, kind of like the highest priced homes do, but aren't also at the bottom of the value in the neighborhood. You may not think too much about this right away, but it really becomes important when you need to sell your home later. The second question to ask your new home builder is, how long does it take to build a home in this neighborhood? And in fact, we're talking about two different time frames here. The first is how long from the time you sign your contract to when the builder breaks ground. And secondly, how long from the day ground is broken until the day the home is completed and ready to move in. It's important to know this because you need to know how much time you have to either sell your current home, or if you're leasing, if you're able to finish out your contract, or if you need to go to a month-to-month payment plan. Another point to consider is if you are building a custom home, the timeframes are going to be longer than a more traditional production home builder. One caveat here though, whatever the end date is that the builder gives you, know that it is a moving target and can change because of delays during the construction process. So for example, if your builder says your home will be done in May 2024, you should mentally plan for it possibly being pushed into June because of possible delays. Being flexible on your final close date is very important here. The next question to ask is, how long has this neighborhood's construction manager worked at this specific community or in the business in general? This question isn't so much directed at the builder itself, but for the people that work for the builder. Let me explain. We have a lot of nationwide builders in the Indy market, including Lennar, D.R. Horton, Pulte, and many more. I've had a client tell me that they never build with a certain builder because they've heard horrible stories from that builder in another state. Well, that actually comes down to the construction manager and their subs or subcontractors. So generally speaking, the longer the neighborhood's construction manager has been with the current builder in the current community, the better. Now, of course, this is a general rule and doesn't mean a new construction manager won't do a good job. But there are only some things that are learned with experience. The final question for this video, but definitely not the only or last question you should ask your builder, is how many sections are being built in the neighborhood? Most builders will start with one section, then move on to another section. But there are also many different styles of homes. For instance, you may have one section in your neighborhood where there are smaller cottage style homes being built. Then in another section, much larger homes with bigger backyards. Then maybe yet another section with condos or shared patio homes being built. This will help you decide what section you want to live in depending on the style of home you want. And finally, one more point to consider. I highly recommend you use a realtor when building a new home. A realtor is your advocate and is the buffer between you and the builder. And your realtor should be adept at handling any scenario that would come up during construction. There is always something that comes up when building a home, whether it be mistakes, delays, change orders, and everything in between. No matter what the scenario is, your realtor should be able to provide you with advice and assistance when those kinds of things come up. I worked for a new home builder for several years here in the Indy area, so I'm very well versed on what to look for when building a new home. The key to this point is the first time you meet with a builder and sign in at the model, you have to let the builder rep know that you're working with a real estate agent. This way, you're protected and represented during the building process. All right, so those are the questions I'd highly recommend you ask every new home builder so you can decide if they are the right home builder for you. If I missed any, if you think there's questions that I should have put on this list, leave those in the comments below as well. If you have questions about the new home building process, post them in the comments below, or feel free to reach out to me directly. My contact information, I can't even say the word information. My contact information is below as well. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!